4 days now, India are going to take on England at the beautiful, marvelous HPCA Stadium in Dharamshala. Surrounded by the Dhauladhar Mountains, India are going for the kill. They want to ensure baseball dies a painful death by making it 4-1 in Dharamshala. There is motivation also for India in this dead rubber of a test match. Because having clinched the series in Ranchi, India will now be hoping that they can make it 4-1 because not just World Test Championship points at stake, but also because they are eyeing a rare slice of history. Something that they have always been wanting to do ever since they made their test debut in 1932. Maybe 92 years later, India will finally achieve that record because before I come to that record, it is going to be a very special day for a certain Ravichandran Ashwin and Johnny Bairstow. Both their careers started just about on the same time. Ashwin made his debut in 2011, Johnny Bairstow made his debut in 2012. 12 and 13-year careers later, both are playing the 100th test match. For Ashwin, his 99th test match was very special because he took a 5-wicket haul. And also, prior to that, he had taken his 500th wicket. Although the circumstances of that knock and that you may say the haul was really problematic. But Ashwin, more determined than ever, he knows that his contemporary Nathan Lyon is racing away. So he would want to achieve something very special. If he gets selected, which most likely he should be, 100th test match for Ravichandran Ashwin, but the most surprising thing is Johnny Bairstow. For an individual who's always divided opinions, maybe he doesn't play well against the better teams, he is not good against spin. For someone to have played 100 test matches is a testament to how much England play. His off-field demeanors, also injuries, it makes him a very strange case indeed. But Johnny Bairstow, gritty, determined in all of this, has made it to 100 tests. Will he play that? Because 4 tests he's not set the stage on fire. Yes, Ranchi he did well, but it's not the level which you expect from Johnny Bairstow, just as the Australians who were absolutely hammered in the Ashes. So, Bairstow and Ashwin are really going to ensure they make their respective 100th test match and they make their country proud on that given day. But it's a damning indictment that a venue which is so awesome, you have to go to Dharamshala once to experience the beauty that this test match offers. I mean, where on earth in India can you have the snow-capped mountain as the backdrop? And also one of the pacier, bounciest wickets that are there in the world. Dharamshala gives you that. 2017, it was a marvelous setting. Border Gavaskar Trophy, series decider. India went in with Kuldeep Yadav. Virat Kohli missed out because he had a shoulder injury. So because of that, Ajinkya Rahane was the captain. India in a scrap, in an absolute battle, won against Australia. 7 years later, you are having a test match in Dharamshala. India versus Australia was supposed to happen in 2023, but because the outfield was not ready yet, Dharamshala had to forego that test match and in came Indore. Now, 7 years later, India versus England is actually going to happen. And if you have to look at Virat Kohli, whenever he has played in India, it is 0 test matches in Dharamshala because he missed 2017 because of an injury. 2024, he is going to miss it unless there is a major surprise waiting. Until this time, Virat Kohli is not available for Dharamshala. So that's why he would have played 0 tests here. But this is the statistic that every Indian cricket fan will be beaming with pride about. Because for 92 years, India have had a negative head-to-head record when it came to test matches. Only Australia, England and South Africa. And now if you have to look at it, these 3 nations have been the only nations with a positive head-to-head ratio. Same with Pakistan and the West Indies as well. India did not feature in that list. Ever since 2001, India have been consistently winning test matches. If they win Dharamshala, then for the first time in Indian cricket history, you will have an equal win-loss ratio Currently, you've got 177 to 178, 177 wins versus 178 losses. If you win Dharamshala, 178 wins, 178 losses. You would have finally caught up with the elite nations of the world. Australia, England, West Indies, Pakistan, surprisingly Pakistan, yes, and also South Africa. These nations have a very good win-loss ratio. India has 0.994. If they win Dharamshala, it will come to 1. Very few nations have a positive or equal win-loss ratio in test matches. India will be in that list. So there is extra motivation to win Dharamshala, not just for WTC points, but because you got the same number of wins as well as the same number of losses. Finally, India has caught up. But the Dharamshala wicket and the conditions might offer a chance for this legend to achieve a milestone which we never ever imagined for a fast bowler. Jimmy Anderson is 698, and if he takes 2 more, he would have breached Mount 700. Jimmy Anderson, if he reaches 700 wickets, it will be a testament to his greatness. And also, if he can get about 11 wickets more, he would have surpassed the late great Shane Warne. 11 wickets, he's never had a 5-wicket haul in India, which looks less likely at this point in time, but he's 2 away from 700. Will Anderson call it quits after that? Because he's got 6 home tests against West Indies and Sri Lanka. He's then got 6 away tests, Pakistan and New Zealand. Normally, if you have to look at England's players, they may want to call it quits for the Ashes. But now, Anderson, 700 wickets, if he gets picked, if he takes those 700 wickets, will we see the last of Jimmy Anderson? Maybe, maybe not, but he's 2 wickets away. And what a better place to do it than Dharamshala, because he'll get seaming swinging conditions, just like how he had in England. So, the series may be 3-1 in India's favour, but the 5th and final test match may be a dead rubber for a lot of people, but there is a lot of motivation for India. Firstly, they can have an equal win-loss ratio, and secondly, it will mean crucial WTC points so that they don't slip from the top 2. If Australia beat New Zealand on 8th of March at Hagley Oval, Christchurch, then India's prerogative will be to win in Dharamshala. If they lose, they slip right down then. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this video. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter and Instagram as well. Bye-bye.